Good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to Thrive with Renee Lunch Break Conversation. I am back. Happy New Year, you all. I miss you all. I hope you guys had a great holiday. And so my name is Renee Antoine. For those of you maybe seeing me live for the first time, I am a financial services entrepreneur. I help my clients protect, save, and grow their income. So to thrive with Renee, my goal is to bring you on people and to share knowledge and tools to help you thrive. So in that spirit, I have with you all Justina Peterson. Hello, Justina. How are you?
I'm well, Miss Renee Antoine. How are you today?
I am well. Well, thank you for being with me live. You are my first live for 2021, my first guest. So I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So Justina is an author, speaker, and life coach. And so for today, Monday Mindset, I thought that she would be a perfect fit to share with you all her mindset to go from maybe struggling financially to now being an accomplished speaker, author, and life coach. So that being said, before we get started, let me have you greet the people. I see them joining live. I'm gonna do some sharing in your page and some other pages.
Yes.
So as we get
Yes.
started,
Share it on my page and let me know when you do. And I will just make sure that it's showing up and feeding on my page. So I just want to wait for 1 second to make sure that I can see it there as well.
awesome. And I think your camera went off. So as we get started, I
Okay.
think my first question to you will be, who is Justina Peterson? I mean, I see this lovely person on my feed. So who is she? And why should the people who are joining now listen closely to this conversation?
Okay, so who is Justina Peterson? So, and that's great, right? Because my email, my Instagram, everything says I am Justina Peterson, and I own that. And so, I embody I am woman, hear me roar, and I'm strong and I'm resilient and I have overcome a lot. And so I know that I am a testament to women that are either overcoming trauma or addiction, or healing from it, that my story is one that would be able to transform their heart and shift their mindset so that they are truly able to enjoy the abundance and positivity and prosperity of life.
So in a nutshell, she is fierce, she is bold, and she is an overcomer, y'all. So
Yes.
let's get to the conversation. And when I
Hmm.
saw your post, you had a lot of posts to share with you all, what it took you to go from maybe
Hmm.
what you were at, okay, to now. So can you
Hmm.
kind of, you open to
Hmm.
obviously, kind of share with you all a little bit of what you were previously to being this fierce, successful woman that you are, and in your mindset to help you be where you are now.
So, who I was before, I believe that I was a victim and a product of the environment in which I was raised. And so, as a young child, I was molested and I was raped. And then I grew up with anger and resentment. I felt like the world owed me something. And so, because of that attitude and that mindset, um, I didn't take care of myself. I didn't take care of those around me, and I made very poor decisions, which essentially led me into relationships that were abusive and toxic that I could identify with in the same realm in which I identified as a child when I was going through my trauma and abuse. I struggled with drugs and alcohol. And, it was, 10, 15 years that I was an alcoholic, 5 years that I was a drug addict. And then, I have this beautiful baby girl just new to the world. And I'm like, I got to get it together for her. And so when I looked at her, I couldn't imagine passing down what I was going through in that moment. And so I prayed to God for a mindset shift, not just an environment change, but a shift in mindset, because your environment can change. But if you don't change the way that you're thinking or the people that you're dealing with, then essentially you take you to the next environment. And so because I wanted God to work on my heart and my mind, that is when I was able to work on everything else. And everything else came together once I was able to have that conviction in my heart.
That's awesome. I mean that
Hmm.
I mean that speak to the testament of you now being an author, and then
Hmm.
and you sharing your story. And then so I want to maybe pivot to 2020. Okay.
Hmm.
So a lot of things were
Yes.
happening in 2020. But then as I was following you, did not let that stop you. Okay. So what was your mindset that says, it is time for me to pivot. I'm not going to just be a victim of whatever is going on. This is for me, this is the time for me to just keep going and to push. So can you speak on that?
Hmm.
And exactly what was your projects for 2020, and we can go to your book later
Yeah.
on. And then so let's speak on your
Yes.
mindset for 2020. How were you able to overcome?
Right. So in 2020, I came with the attitude that I was going to conquer no matter what. And I wasn't willing to leave without conquering, without having known that I put everything forward. So because I was just willing to work no matter what it took, no matter what it looked like, I believe that everything began to fall into place. Of course, there were many hiccups and bumps in the road. Some people, unfortunately, not ready to be a cheerleader to the business or to the brand, and that took advantage. And, really the enemy showed up and he said, "Where is your God now? What are you going to do?" And I could either do one of two things. I could run away and I could cry about the losses I had just taken, or I could stand up and I could fight and I could continue to build a brand and vision that is to change the heart and the mindset of women everywhere. And so that's what I did. I just said, "This is what I want and I'm going to have it, period." So when you have your mind made up, there's nothing that the enemy will be able to throw at you where you're like, "Okay, I'm just going to lay down and die now. I've tried." No, we have to give it everything. Like, it's the last thing we're ever going to do. So, and that's how much I believe in the women that I'm helping. I haven't met those women yet, but the women that I am called to help all around the world, this is who I'm fighting for. This is why my mindset had to change, because it could no longer be about me or my daughter. It had to be about an entire organization of women all around the world that also have stories and testimonies that just need someone.
That's amazing. That's amazing. We all need people. I mean, regardless of how we say, "Oh, I am INDEVEN," everyone needs someone in the corner. Okay, and then,
Right.
but actually, not just anybody on the corner, but somebody who may have similar journey, not similar, maybe similar stories. People
Hmm.
who can guide them along. Okay, and so I just want to give a
Hmm.
little shout out to
Right.
my audience right now watching. So, Justina,
Yes.
I think Facebook may have prevented me from sharing on your page. So I'm not sure if you have a different device, see if you can go to my Facebook and share it. It didn't let me share it on your
Okay.
page. Yeah.
All right.
I think it's just
Just going to get
privacy
out for
issue.
one.
Yeah, so while you do that, let me go on me. So hello, everyone
Okay.
watching. I appreciate you all. Welcome back to Thrive with Winnie Lunch Break Conversation. I am Winnie Antoine. I'm a financial services entrepreneur. I have a 2-year old. So my goal is to do Monday mindset, where I bring you all people who can share with you all the stories, the journey, and kind of like the mindset that we all can have to thrive for 2021. Okay, obviously acknowledging what happened in 2020, learning this like the lesson that we can learn, but how do we go forward? How do we move on? So thank you to all of you who are watching.
Hmm.
And then so with that, I have Selena K. She's an awesome supporter. She said, "Blessings, Royal. You are both amazing and look phenomenal." Thanks, Selena. Selena is
Thank you.
the um, recreator, and I want to emphasize that she's a recreator of Walk Truth Radio. Well, she's basically
Hmm.
kind of doing this kind of the same thing that we are doing, uplifting women, sharing people's story,
Right.
uplifting each other. So Tony, hi, thank you for being live with us. She says, man, Tony is a real estate investor. So yeah, definitely giving you all some props. Yes. So
Yes.
let's go back. Were you able to share it on your page,
Yes.
Justina?
Yep.
Awesome,
I think
awesome,
I believe that it's sharing right now, so I think that we're good to go.
awesome. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you
Yep,
are
I'm
getting
sharing.
it.
Yes.
Yes, she says
Yep,
blessing
and I just
and
loved it.
thank you, Queen. That's what I do, y'all. This is why I am here. I mean, obviously, I am a financial services entrepreneur, but at the end of the day, we can all win together. This year, we have to have a mindset of winners. We
Mhm.
because we have to have a
Mhm.
mindset that let's uplift one another. So now let's go back to your
Right.
book, Not in My Own Strength.
Uh-huh.
So why was it important for you
Yes.
to write the book? And what was the mindset during the journey, during writing it?
It was important to me to write this book because I needed another level of therapy, first and foremost, and another level of healing. And because I needed women to know that you're not alone and that it is okay. I think too oftentimes when we're experiencing trauma, especially as adolescents, and I know from in a black household, we're asked to shut up or to don't say that or to not tell anybody or to keep the family secret, and we have to walk around with the shame and the burden that it was our fault, and that can make us feel ugly and dirty inside. And so I needed women to know that it happened to me and that it's okay, and I'm not ashamed, and I'm beautiful, and I'm not dirty, and that I want them to feel the same. I want them to know the same inside and out. And so, for me, writing this book was to be the voice to go first, go ahead, right? And Maya Angelou has done it for us. She openly spoke about her rape, and and what she did for women. It was a movement. And so now we need another generation of women that are also willing to be vocal and to speak out and say, it happened, but it doesn't own me, and that's not my identity. And so that's why it was important for me to write this book and to start a movement for that women will speak out everywhere and then just start to take back control of their life and their mindset.
Wow, wow. Well, definitely thank you for sharing that. So I remember growing up, I was part of an organization called Young Women's Action Team where we basically were a
Mhm.
group of young women, teaching and going to school and educating about, teen dating violence, sexual harassment and all of that. And so definitely you being a voice to helping people process
Mhm.
trauma like this is
Yeah.
definitely valuable. So
Mhm.
I definitely want to promote your book so people can learn your story and connect with you. And then so I now want to go to, now we're in 2021. Okay, so it's important that
Mhm.
mindset is important, having goals is important, right?
Right.
But then so how do we go
Right.
forward from mindset and just having goals to having maybe tangible, concrete
Right.
steps to actually knowing that I'm going to actually accomplish those goals?
Mhm. Well, first off, how you actually accomplish your goals and make them tangible is you have to start writing them down. Vision boards work, vision journals work. I know that people are like, oh, it's cliche, it takes time. I don't have magazines or papers. I mean, you can get these things. I'm sure that somebody is willing to give you $5 or whatever it takes, but don't minimize yourself. Don't, because when you leave it up here, the only person that knows it is you, right? And so in the Bible, it says, Habakkuk 2, to write it down and make it plain so that you can read it on the run. And so if you're not writing it down, you can't read it on the run. You don't have any accountability. So how do you know that that's really what you want? You're not going to wake up and work for it, okay? So me, I had a vision journal in 2020 when I started. And when I look at it, I think, oh my God, I can't believe how many of these things actually came to pass. And even my vision board, I think like three things out of all the things I put on my vision board didn't come to pass. But that's because I'm not just praying and saying, okay, God, you do the rest. faith without works is dead. You gotta do the work. So you gotta do the work.
Do the
You
work,
gotta
y'all.
write the right. So you got to do the vision board. You got to do the vision journal, and you have to take action. And if you're not sure where to start, closed mouths don't get fed. Don't be afraid to ask people, because I don't know everything, and you might have a piece of the puzzle that I need. And if I don't ask, then I'll be in this seat. I don't want to stay in this seat. I want to go to the next seat. And so wherever that is, I'm not going to be afraid to ask, and I'm going to write my goals down. So that's what I have to say. Write your goals down and be intentional when you write them down, right? So don't write down what you think somebody else wants. Write down what you know without a shadow of a doubt that God is calling you to.
Wow. So let's talk about maybe what would you say is the mindset behind, and then this is just this question is based on what you just said right now. A lot of time we feel like we cannot
Right.
ask each other for help. Okay, so what would you say is the mindset being, especially us as Black women, uh, having a hard time asking for help? What do you think that mindset is from?
Mhm. I think the mindset is definitely a lot of insecurities, right? Sometimes we will see a woman that is just extremely beautiful, powerful, or maybe we don't feel that they're as beautiful as us, right? Again, that's an insecurity that we're struggling with. And so we want to be like, well, I did it on my own. But the accomplishment isn't saying that you did it on your own, it's saying that somebody helped you get there. So I think that when we can lay down our insecurities that we're not enough, or that we have to do this dream or this goal or this life alone, once we set down that, then we can pick up that it takes a team. It takes a village to raise a child, right? So God made Eve for Adam because he said it's not good for man to be alone. And the same is for businesses. It's not good for man to build a business alone, or a ministry, or a book. And so if you're not willing to take someone on the journey, if you're not willing to ask the questions, then how can you truly succeed? And so the mind is, it's one of those things that if you don't know what to do, then you start to let all the negative thoughts fester, and then you don't leave any room for the good stuff. So get rid of all the bad stuff and start to keep feeding the good stuff and get rid of the insecurities. But that takes time. And I think it starts with positive writing and positive reinforcement. Just keep saying things over and over again. Like, sometimes for me, if I did the wrong thing, I would yell at me. I would call me stupid and all types of things. I was too harsh on me. Now, if I do something wrong, I have a conversation with me, a dialogue. What could you have done differently for this to have a different outcome? Because I want to be spoken to the same way that anybody else would want to be spoken to. And so when I started having conversation and dialogue with me, I was able to release some of those insecurities and start to appreciate women that were really meant to lift me up and not break me down.
I love it. I love it. So I'm just gonna give a little shout out again to my sister in Christ,
Mhm.
Selena K. She said, "Write His vision for your life and make it plain. Teach Queen." I
Yes,
think she was talking about
yes.
when you
Habakkuk
were
2 2.
saying write it down. Definitely. Yes. So bring your questions,
Yeah.
everyone. Thank you. I am live with Justina Peterson. She is an author, speaker, and life coach. And today on Monday Mindset, we are talking about what is the mindset that we need to thrive for 2021. Okay. So with that being said,
Hmm.
let's go into, maybe somebody right now may need a little help. Okay, and then so you talking about it's important to reach out to each other to see what others are doing and to ask for help. And then with
Hmm.
your company, Justina Peterson and Associates, what do
Hmm.
you currently have for somebody who may need a little hands-on help right now?
So what my company offers, Justina Peterson and Associates, is we show women what it looks like to tackle their goals, right? So, writing it down. So we provide through coaching sessions, we provide the tools and the space without judgment, so that you can talk about what your goals are. And you might start with a long list. You might want to be a chef and a doctor and a cook, right? But then when you start to realize, okay, what do I really want to do? Not what the world wants me to do. And how we can tackle that is through writing. And so we have a lot of workbooks and activities, excuse me, and journals that assist the women that we help with being able to identify their goals so that they can become tangible goals that they may be able to exceed. And so that is very important during this time because sometimes people have the right goals, but if you're not writing it down, then you don't know where to start. And so we're just assisting, guiding, coaching them along onto a greater, higher, more elevated self.
So I am on your page right now. I'm not on your website. I'm sorry. It's a beautiful website, by the way.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Uh, So
Thank you
I'm
so
on
much.
your website right now where I'm showing your book. So this is Justina's
Hmm.
book, Not in My Own Strength, that details her story that she just shared with you all. And so definitely it's ready for you all to support if that's something that you like to do. And then I see as well do you want to talk about it? I see you have a scheduled call with Justina. Can you see that? Can you see the page, Justina?
I can't see the
No.
page, and I didn't
Oh,
hear
okay.
the
No, that's
question.
fine. Okay, no, no, no. Okay, no, no, I was just sharing the audience your website, which is so beautiful. And then you
Thank
are
you.
an international coach, federation certified life coach.
Yes.
And then so you have a scheduled call. So for people like I said who maybe need a little hands-on, maybe who would like to reach out to you to work with you, and how can they do that? That's
Hmm.
what I was sharing. That's what I was
Yes,
sharing.
yes, absolutely. And they can go online and they can schedule a call. And the first call is complimentary. It's to make sure that we mesh, that I would be the perfect person to be able to match you with your goals and to assist you on your journey of taking back control of your life after trauma. And so after our first call, then we can visit package plans and what that looks like so that we can get the woman back on track to living her best life.
Amazing. Let me stop the share screen.
Yes.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, hey, Marie, thanks you for joining me. So, yeah, Marie Mika says 2021 is the
Yes.
year to win.
2021 is the year to win. You better believe it, claim it in the name of Jesus. And now together, let's work on it, right? Because we can't win if we're not working.
Amen, amen. So, thanks for the support, Marie. She is actually a entrepreneur herself. Her company is Stress Natural, where she sell hair products. So yeah, if you guys come on, I'm gonna give you a shout
Okay.
out because this is my thing is to lift up everyone. Okay. So with that being said, you have a baby girl.
Right, right.
Okay. So talk to us
Yes,
about what I mean. Obviously, everybody loves their kids, but then what does she mean to you to see you now as the woman that you are right now? And then so, what was it important for you to go through this journey
right.
and it be that example for your baby girl?
Right. So what it means to me now, like where we started and where we're at and where God is taking us, because just three completely different things, right? And so when I started, I was depressed, I was heavily drinking and heavily drugged, and I wasn't fit to be a parent, right? And just I was too hurt, I was too broken. And then when we started, I was like, man, I can do this, right? I can do this. And then I started doing it and I amazed myself, honestly. But it was God. Like God had to take us from this place. I drove 22 hours from New York. I was determined to leave my situation. I was determined to live. So I drove 22 hours. And this wasn't just to change my environment. This was to shift my mindset because again, you can change your environment 100 times. But if you don't change your mind, you resort back to old habits and bad people, and then you don't grow. But I have read in the Bible over and over again how Saul could have been this wonderful king, but he was obnoxious and he was arrogant and he was disobedient. And so who had to be his successor? David. So eventually, if we don't step up to do the job that God calls us to do, then it gets passed to someone else. There's another person that will succeed us. And I could not imagine that get passed down to my daughter. So I wouldn't
think your sound went out,
Or
Justina. Okay,
yes.
I think you're back now.
So I didn't want any of those things to get passed down to my daughter. I wanted to be the one that broke the generational curses. And because I wanted to be the one that broke the generational curses, that's what drove me. Not watching my daughter have to endure any of the things that I endured, because I was brave enough to pave the road before her, and to go before her, and to go before every woman and say, it happened, and this is what we're going to do to move forward. So this journey isn't just about me. It's about millions and millions of women. And when you're standing for a cause that big, you don't have a choice but to get up and succeed.
You all do not have a choice but to get up and succeed. That's it, y'all. That
Right.
is it. Thank you so much, Justina, for sharing this knowledge with you, also sharing your story, and just for being courageous enough to just say it happened,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna, not make it like a victim story. I'm just gonna be that voice and be a supporter for
Right.
other women. So thank you so much.
Right.
Selena said, blessing all. May God continue his great work he finished in you all. Yes, walk truth, sister. Thank
Oh,
you. I'm
thank
just
you so much.
actually
Yes.
Selena is gonna be interviewing me Friday. Yeah, Friday the 8th, sis, at
Yes.
5 p.m. So join us for
So
this
I look forward to
conversation.
tuning in. Make sure I get
Yeah.
an invite.
Yes. My sister Christine, when I love her, always an awesome supporter. Thank you, sis, for being here. I think she's saying amen to your story
Yeah.
of it's not about me. I have to just get up and
Yes.
do what I have to do. So yeah, so my sister has her own business
Yes.
as well, Forever Living. Yes. So support. She's gonna be live tonight too at
Yes.
7. Yes, sis. I look forward to your live. Um,
Okay.
so it's 12:29.
Yes.
I always wanna end with
Yes.
one practical thing that somebody can go to do today. Sometimes it's a lot to just take
Right.
in, but then what can someone do today
Right.
to make a shift, maybe even a small shift in their mindset to make sure that they win in 2021?
Right. I think that one small thing that somebody can do right now is change whatever negative thought they have and make it a positive. And so, if they're saying, I'm not enough, change that. I am more than enough. And then instead of saying that negative thought 3 times, say that positive thought 3 times. See how your energy shifts. Because once you shift your mind, everything else will follow.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, shift your mind and everything else will follow. So I want to end with you all today. Also, definitely go ahead and visit Justina Peterson page if you want to connect with her. She's also on Facebook. This is being live on her Facebook and also
Yes.
Instagram. And I am Justina
Yes.
Peterson. So go
Yes.
ahead and
Hmm.
connect with her. And I just want to add to you all today that this is the time, then Mika said it, to win. This is the year to win. It does not matter what
Right.
happened in 2021. We can all win together. And then so whether
Hmm.
last year you lost your job, or maybe you still have your job, or maybe you had to stay at home,
Hmm.
maybe right now you're
Hmm.
looking for an opportunity to thrive. Okay, so
Hmm.
like I'm calling this year my Phoenix Rising year. Okay, this is my year to
Right.
thrive. And then, so if you want to go in this journey with me, I said I am a financial services entrepreneur, meaning that not only I help my clients protect, save, and grow the money, I also help other people
Hmm.
become entrepreneur in that industry. So if you
Right.
are looking for some like
Hmm.
hands-on help, okay, and you're looking to launch a career that you're gonna be like you're gonna own it, so you're not just waiting for like a paycheck to Friday mentality, go ahead and reach out to me. We can talk about that. And Justina is a life coach.
Right.
Okay. So if you need a
Yeah.
little help with changing your mindset, you need a little guidance, okay, go to our website, connect with her, and together we will thrive. So let's connect with one another.
Yes.
Let's make this year the year to
Hmm.
win. Learn from each other. We don't have
Hmm.
to do it on by ourselves. Let's learn from others, wins, and let's
Hmm.
learn from others' mistake. So, any last word, Justina, as we close
Yes.
this?
Oh no, it's been so wonderful being here with you and with your guests. I just truly appreciate the opportunity that you've given me today. So I just want to make sure that I thank you. I thank everybody that tuned in to watch live on Lunch Mindset. I think this is a great platform, what you're doing, and would love to come back again and definitely continue doing this. It's a great way to reach out to the audience, you know?
Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you for being my first guest for the
Yeah,
year. I appreciate
it's
you
my
as well.
pleasure.
A lot
Yeah.
of good nuggets. So
Hmm.
I put in my post, I'm being intentional to build community. Okay, this
Right,
is a way for me
right,
to build community. You know, like
right.
what you shared today, I didn't know a lot of that. And then so that's how
Yes,
we get to know one another. And that's how we see
right,
that we are all in this together. So let us
right.
shout out to Clay, I'm sorry, CJ Casiol, who said this is a mega year. Yes, it is
Yes, yes,
a
it
year of
is.
mega. Thank
Yes,
you
it
for
is.
supporting.
Yes.
Thank you for being
Hmm.
here. Again, y'all have an awesome, awesome day. I will be back Wednesday for Wednesday Wisdom, where I will have a guest to talk about financial wisdom that can help us to thrive.
Yes,
So, with that being said, see me back here Wednesday at noon Central Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, my name is Winnie
yes,
Antoine, a financial service entrepreneur. Let's get connected. Let me help you protect your money, or let me help you launch a career
yes,
in the financial services industry. Thank you, Justina. Have a
yes.
blessed, blessed, blessed
Absolutely. Thank
day.
you so much. Yes, you as
Continue
well.
success
Thank
to
you. It's been a
you.
pleasure.
Certainly get her
Yes,
book, Not in My
absolutely.
Own
You as
Strength.
well.
Bye bye.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Bye.